Did you know that nearly 70% of lottery winners lose their fortunes within a few years? How can someone go from millionaire to broke so fast? Let's unpack the psychology behind it. Section 1. The 70% question. Did you know that nearly 70% of lottery winners go bankrupt within a few years? This single startling fact often stops us in our tracks. It feels impossible, a paradox that defies common sense. But behind the shock, a quiet and more important question emerges. How can someone with millions of dollars end up with nothing so quickly? The answer is rarely a single catastrophic event. Instead, it is a slow, steady erosion driven by human psychology. We will unpack this phenomenon calmly, looking not at the spectacle of lost fortunes, but at the simple, relatable truths about how our minds handle the sudden arrival of money. The journey from ordinary life to multi-millionaire status is not just a financial one. It is a profound psychological one. Most people accumulate wealth, if they do, work, saving, incremental learning. Their habits, skills, sense of self evolve alongside their net worth. Section 2. Sudden Wealth Syndrome. The mind in shock. Experts have a name for the disorientation that follows a massive financial windfall. Sudden Wealth Syndrome. It is not a clinical diagnosis, but a powerful framework for understanding the stress of instant riches. It boils down to a few core challenges that hit the brain all at once. Starting with a profound identity shock. Your bank account changes overnight. Who you are, what you are worth, where you belong, does not. You may still see yourself as a regular, hardworking person, yet the world begins treating you like a walking bank. This internal-external conflict creates a confusing, stressful split. People make decisions based on their perceived identity. If your mind has not caught up to your new financial reality, your choices will be misaligned. You might make decisions from old scarcity, or overcorrect and perform being rich. Next comes cognitive overload. It arrives with a tidal wave of complex decisions. Investing, tax law, estate planning, philanthropy. Friends, family, strangers, each with requests. The sheer volume of choices is paralyzing. Decision fatigue leads to rash choices, or doing nothing, leaving money vulnerable. Finally, many new millionaires experience a surprising loss of purpose. Section 3. The hidden biases that drain millions. Our brains are wired with mental shortcuts, or biases. They help us navigate the world efficiently. But with sudden wealth, these shortcuts can become financial traps. Hedonic adaptation is one of the most powerful. It's our tendency to return to a stable happiness level after big events. The new luxury car is thrilling for a month, then it just becomes your car. The mansion is awe-inspiring at first, then it quickly becomes your home. To get the same rush, you chase something bigger and better, creating an ever-escalating cycle of desire a finite bankroll can't sustain. Another dangerous bias is the illusion of control. After a big win, it's easy to feel luck is on your side. That you're special. That can morph into a belief you can't lose, so you underestimate risks. You might think you can time the market or pick winners without real expertise. Overconfidence plus optimism bias, believing you're less likely to experience negatives, makes people spend and invest as if the fortune is infinite. Social proof is another costly shortcut. We look to others to decide how to act, especially when unsure. For a new millionaire, that means copying how other wealthy people live. The mansions, the yachts, the designer clothes, not from personal desire, but to fit in. Finally, present bias. We prioritize immediate gratification over long-term rewards. It is the voice that says, "You deserve this now," at the expense of your future. The future feels abstract. A lavish vacation feels immediate and real. The long-term plan is always set for tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. Lifestyle inflation is the quiet, relentless force that consumes fortunes. It rarely happens all at once. It starts small. With millions in the bank, upgrading from a 2-bedroom to a 4-bedroom house seems reasonable. That bigger house comes with higher property taxes, more expensive insurance, greater utility bills, landscaping, and maintenance services. Then, a nicer car seems appropriate for the new driveway. That car, in turn, has higher insurance premiums, more costly repairs, and consumes more fuel. Each individual upgrade feels logical and affordable in isolation. These costs are not one-time expenses. They are recurring commitments that permanently raise your financial baseline. What was once a monthly budget of a few $1,000s quietly balloons into tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands. This new, elevated cost of living becomes the new normal. When news of a windfall gets out, the winner's social circle often expands and changes. Friends, relatives, long-lost acquaintances emerge with requests for help, business ideas, investment opportunities. Many winners feel a deep sense of guilt and obligation to share their good fortune. But without a firm structure for giving, this generosity can become a black hole. While we focus on the financial loss, the emotional fallout of sudden wealth is often just as devastating, and it directly contributes to poor decision-making. One of the most common and painful consequences is a profound sense of isolation. Many winners report an overwhelming fear of being used for their money. They begin to question the motives of everyone around them. This constant suspicion erodes old friendships and prevents new, genuine connections from forming. The money, which was supposed to bring freedom, ends up building a fortress of distrust. This isolation is a breeding ground for anxiety and depression. The joy of winning is often short-lived, replaced by the constant stress of managing the money, fending off requests, and navigating a new, unfamiliar world. Who would sympathize with a miserable millionaire? This inability to express their turmoil leads to bottling up emotions, which can manifest as chronic anxiety, panic attacks, deep depressive episodes. New millionaires are targets for unscrupulous advisors, fraudulent investment schemes, and predatory lawsuits. After being burned, some refuse all advice, try to manage everything themselves, or hide money where it erodes, while impulse spending continues. Ultimately, the money can trigger a severe identity crisis. To cope, some may engage in reckless behavior, gambling, substance abuse, or extreme spending. The stories of lost fortunes all point to one simple truth. Luck is not a strategy. Winning money is an event. Keeping it is a skill. The people who successfully manage sudden wealth are not the luckiest ones. They are the ones who quickly implement systems to protect themselves from their own worst instincts and the pressures of the outside world. Financial education is the first and most critical system. This doesn't mean becoming a Wall Street expert. It means learning the fundamentals: budgeting, the power of compound interest, the difference between an asset and a liability, basic tax principles. A crucial system is to build a trusted professional team. This is not the time for your brother-in-law who dabbles in stocks. This means hiring a fee-only certified financial planner, reputable tax accountant, estate planning attorney. The key is to have a team of qualified experts who are legally obligated to act in your best interest. They provide a rational, objective buffer between your emotions and your money. They can say no to a risky venture on your behalf and help you create a structured plan that aligns with long-term goals, not short-term whims. This team acts as the guardrails on your financial highway. This is where the concept of psychological wealth management comes in. It's a simple but profound idea. Managing your wealth requires managing your own psychology. It integrates the financial mechanics with the human element. This approach involves creating clear, values-based rules before you ever start spending. The path from sudden millionaire to bankruptcy is paved with predictable psychological traps. But the good news is that the path to preserving wealth is just as predictable, and it is open to anyone willing to learn. It does not require genius, only discipline. Start by creating a mandatory waiting period, a cooling-off phase of at least 6 months to a year before making any major financial decisions. This simple rule prevents impulse and allows time for emotions to settle. The next step is to actively work on your identity. Your net worth has changed, but your core values have not. Spend time defining what truly matters to you outside of money, family, health, learning, community, creativity. Build your new life around these values. Let your financial plan serve this identity, not the other way around. If community is a core value, focus on structured local philanthropy. If health is a priority, invest in wellness without extravagant spending. Create simple, unbreakable systems. Automate your financial life as much as possible. Set up automatic transfers to investment accounts, tax accounts, savings. Put a hard limit on your discretionary spending with a monthly budget. These systems act as a pre-commitment to your future self. They ensure your long-term goals are being funded regardless of the emotional whims of the day. A good system makes the right choice, the easy choice. In the end, wealth is not a number in an account. It is a resource that can provide security, freedom, opportunity. But it is only a tool. Like any powerful tool, it requires respect, knowledge, a steady hand.